Hello.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Lucy.
Yippee.
How are you?
Oh boy, it's good to be back. I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good as well. Yeah, we miss you here in Canada.
I miss Nova Scotia so fucking much. I miss it so
Yeah, how's
much.
how's America been treating you?
Well, Minnesota is cold. There's a lot of
Yeah.
strife, as I'm sure you have heard. But,
Yes.
it's okay. It's not okay, but, it's okay. I don't know. It's
Okay.
good to be back in school. It'll be better by
Yeah.
summer. I hope. There will
Hang
be
in
more
there,
light and
kitten.
love in the world. Maybe.
We can hope. We can hope.
Anyway.
I love having you on, and I love talking about possible aliens. And what better combination?
Ooh.
So I figured, should I just get into it?
Possible. Yeah.
I'm Kate,
And I'm Jane, and this is Creeps and Coffee.
a show where we talk about the dark parts of the world around us
Cryptids, conspiracies, things that go bump in the night.
and the crimes behind the scariest creatures of all, humans.
Join us as we take a look at the stories sure to give you the creeps.
Pull up a seat, grab a coffee.
And let's have a chat.
Enough of the chit chat. Let's just get straight to it. I wanted to talk about the wow signal.
The what?
Have you ever heard of this? The wow symbol. Like, oh wow, that's really cool. Wow.
No.
Nice.
Is it gonna make me say wow?
It made the guy who discovered it say wow.
Word.
That's literally why it's called the wow signal, is that he circled the sequence of whatever and wrote wow next to it because he'd never seen that before and it was crazy and extraordinary.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So the basis of this incident, the wow signal was a radio signal detected on August 15th in 1977 by the Ohio State University's Big Ear Radio Telescope in the U.S. It was then used to support the search for extraterrestrial intelligence.
Now,
Ooh.
you said 1957?
77.
77. I feel like there was way more, alien stuff happening before then.
You think?
No? Wasn't there? Or, I suppose the 70s is when, conspiracy theorists were really they're among us! But I'm trying to think of, when, the truly first chatter of aliens started, at least in the United States. Because I feel like alien conspiracy stuff is very, quintessentially American, you know? I haven't
I
heard
think
of,
you're correct.
bananas alien conspiracy theories happening in other places of the world. You know?
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm sure there's a psychology paper we could do about that, too.
I'm sure there is.
Why is America the only place who gets abducted by aliens?
Literally. Not even just abducted, but people, just so interested in it. Anyway.
But yeah, they found this really cool signal, and I'll actually play a little bit of it for you. I'll input the proper audio clip in for the listeners to listen to. that awful?
Yeah. No, that sucked.
So, it's very, like, high-pitch, loud, with these weird, like, gravelly, obviously, like, undertones that
But
just
there's
don't
definitely,
sound
like,
great.
pattern to it.
Yeah. And that's why people are like, is this a communication? Like, what is this?
Is it a
And
cat
the interesting
walking
thing
across
about-
someone's keyboard? Like,
Well, the fun thing about this is no one has ever witnessed this before 1977, and no one has seen this since then. It has never been replicated. The signal appears to have come from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius, but we have no idea. And I'll get into theories and, like, the most likely scenario, but to this day we still have no definitive proof of anything. So a lot of people think it's aliens. I will also say it's aliens.
well, now, I think this also could tie into right away. Let's get our priorities straight. Jamie, do you believe there are aliens?
Yes.
Okay. I do as well. And I
Like-
think it's also important to note that literally within, like, the last year, I'm pretty sure former President Barack Obama straight up said, oh yeah, there are aliens.
Yes!
We just have not associated. But yeah, no, they around. Right.
Well, I think it's silly to assume that they aren't around.
Well, yes.
You're telling me the universe is ever expanding and we're the only intelligent life forms? Come on, be real.
I think it's crazy that you know, they're local enough to where they're on the US government's literal radar, so to speak. So I guess it's kind of nice to
Yes.
hear this stuff from the 70s and speculate, oh man, was this actually intelligent life that we now, I guess, are told is real? Who could say?
Yeah. Who knows?
Who knows? But
I also think, sorry, you go ahead.
no, yeah, no, it's very fun to speculate. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say cap on this one though. I don't know if that 72-minute ear is much to sneeze at, other than a really icky noise.
Okay, skeptic.
Skeptic. Yeah, that's
So,
me.
check out our Instagram. I'll post a picture of the actual, like, written down sequences because I feel like this is a very famous picture as well that you don't really know where it is, and this is like a way to place it. You'll be able to tell exactly which section of the sequence is the one that stands out and the one that blows your mind.
I'm Googling it.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Googling the wow signal.
Yeah, and then under the images, there's like a bunch of like 1s and 3s and 2s, and then this specific one, it's labeled 6EQUJ5. And the guy wrote in red pen next to it, wow! Because that was crazy. So it lasted 72 seconds. The big ear telescope was used to observe it. There's lots of different hypotheses of what caused it. I will go over that. In 1959, a Cornell University physicist speculated that any extraterrestrial civilization attempting to communicate with us would do so via radio signals using the frequency 1420 megahertz, which is also the naturally emitted sound of hydrogen, apparently, which is the most common element in the universe. To be totally honest, there's a lot of stuff in these articles that I don't understand about intensity, signal to noise ratio, dimensionless multiples of the signal standard deviation, and a single alphanumeric character. I don't know what any of that stuff means. Apologies. If you want to do more research into it, do so. The interesting part about that was, like, during the signal measurement, when I just mentioned 1420 megahertz, they think would be the baseline for aliens to communicate with us. They checked the frequency of this one, and they found that it was 1420 megahertz in 1994. In 1998, a new person did more calculations and discovered it to be, again, 1420.4, but still around the same baseline of the hydrogen level. So, aliens? If this is what they're most likely to communicate with us at, aliens?
Well, what's really sweet is in 2012, on the 35th anniversary of the WOW signal, an observatory beamed a digital stream towards, that constellation with, they beamed 10,000 Twitter messages solicited from National Geographic with the hashtag chasing UFOs. Which is kind of cute.
I thought that was sweet too. I was like, you know what? If I had known, I would have participated. Like, if there are aliens out there and they got that message, would they be more inclined to find us, or would they be like, oh, that was weird? Anyway, must have been the wind.
Yeah, it's really just damn, that was a weird 722 seconds. Anyways.
Anyway.
Anyways.
It has a very small bandwidth.
It's kind of pretty though. I like this. Yeah, I don't know. I think the visual stream of numbers is kind of pretty. I don't know. It's
that's what I'm talking about.
It's visually pleasing.
So yeah, they did also do some calculations for time variation. Big science here. At the time of the observation, the telescope was only adjusted for altitude. So, the height above the horizon, and it relied on the rotation of the Earth to scan the sky. Given the speed of Earth's rotation and the spatial width of the telescope's observational window, the big ear could observe any given point for just 72 seconds. A continuous extraterrestrial signal, therefore, would be expected to register for exactly 72 seconds, and the recorded intensity of such signal would display a gradual increase for the first 36 seconds, peaking at the center for the observation window, and then a gradual decrease as the telescope moved away from it. All of these are present in the WOW signal. Wow Butter, sponsor us! Oh, there's more math and science here that I'm not going to talk about. I don't know about the equinox. I don't know about the right ascension. The galactic coordinates for the positive horn are L equals 1.7, B equals negative 18.9.
I'm trying to Google if, the WOW signal has since been, confirmed to be...
There's, a leading theory, but the leading theory is not that it's aliens, unfortunately. But if you ask Reddit, it's definitely aliens.
Oh, well. Well, yes, I'm sure Reddit has quite a bit to say about this.
Which I did peruse Reddit, and I got a funny anecdote for later from Reddit. Thank you, Reddit. I'm sure if you check Facebook as well, there's going to be lots of people who will tell you it's aliens. Twitter and X will probably tell you it's aliens, or someone will tell you it's stupid and that you should die because it's Twitter.
Twitter's fucking demonic.
And...
I haven't gone on it since 2020. That was enough.
No, good call. That's where the real aliens lie. This is also something we've never really talked about on the podcast, which is interesting, is interstellar radio messages and space horrors. I've briefly mentioned how space scares me and some of the stuff that terrifies me, but we've never done a real episode on the void that space is. We're usually just aliens are scary.
Oh man, you're scared of space stuff?
Oh my god, black holes scare me.
Shaw.
They're so scary. Why are they so big, and what are they? We don't know what they are or where they came from, and I just feel so small.
It's true.
The universe thinks I'm skinny. I'm so tiny. You can't even see me. This is also apparently popular in the 2024 television series Three Body Problem, which I did not watch, but I heard really good things about it.
Wasn't it also mentioned in X-Files? I feel like I remember that.
Yes, I feel like that's correct as well.
Like, surely.
And
Did
then-
Supernatural ever cover the WoW signal?
Oh my god.
Have you noticed that
Ask
Supernatural's made
Caitlin.
like a weird like fandom comeback?
Yes, and I
Yeah.
don't know why. Some people speculate that they focused the WoW signal conspiracy. They were like pushing it. This is not my words. They were pushing it to the public because they wanted to keep people's focus on aliens and not from what was in the ocean. Dun dun dun.
Oh, what? Submarines with nukes?
Monsters, mermaids, I don't know. Cthulhu,
Cthulhu.
the Kraken. Some people think that it wasn't anything crazy. I guess I'm gonna jump into the theories now. I sort of just naturally fell into that. Oh wait, actually, is there anything you can think of or want to say before I go over all of the different theories about this?
I think it's definitely not aliens. I gotta assume they like
I'm hanging up
picked
the
up
phone.
some. I really, my gut reaction says space garbage.
Okay.
You know, just shit like clanking together
Interesting.
for a minute or two.
Okay. Boo on you.
I know, boo on me. I'm much
I-
more inclined to say UFO sightings are kind of like, oh shit,
Yeah.
seeing is believing.
I'm also unfortunately not believing this is aliens at the moment, subject to change if I find other proof. I am more likely to believe the leading conspiracy that I will talk about at the end with like a hydrogen cloud. That one I believe. Sadly, I wish I didn't. I wish it was aliens. So I'm gonna remain hopeful. Because I still know they're out there. Yeah. So, some people think that this was just an anomaly in the data that was not anticipated. Not that it was anything crazy or out of the normal. It's just that we've never found these before, and we've never noticed these radio signals in space. And we don't know what sort of energies could be manipulated. So just because it was an anomaly in the data doesn't mean that it's aliens. It could just very well be an anomaly because it was also the 70s. We didn't have the craziest technology, and we're still evolving our technology, which may be why we've not been able to replicate it. Maybe it was a fluke, you know?
Yeah.
This guy on Reddit, thank you, 3 inches ass to tip, really genius insight he's got for us.
Damn.
I think that the name WoW Signal also causes us to anthropomorphize the event, as though there was intent or some kind of message, as opposed to a perfectly explainable anomaly or accident in the data.
Yeah.
Which, yeah. But also, how dare you spit baller knowledge with a name like that on Reddit?
No, literally. I love Reddit.
Me too. It's crazy. Some people also think that while they aren't sure of like what it is, the general consensus is, well, if it was aliens, they probably wouldn't be communicating via radio waves or radio signals. There's probably some other more effective communication device that they could probably beam into our brain easier than it would be to send a radio wave on a hydrogen line to us.
I'm inclined to agree with that, but also, I don't know, radio's not such a bad way to go about it. I mean, it was the 70s, right? There wasn't a million ways to document things. If intelligent life at least wanted a record of what was said, radio's not a bad way to go.
Fair enough.
A hand-felt letter delivered by a dove? Maybe. Maybe that could have been better.
Right. And the most obvious one that I have to bring it up because we're Creeps and Coffee podcast, alien transmission. I know neither of us believe it, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. Due to its 1,420 hertz frequency, the quote-unquote hydrogen line, many initially believed it was a deliberate, narrowband transmission from an alien civilization. The lack of repetition over 50 years, I guess, give or take, has made this less likely, but not impossible. So it's still a possibility.
It's
It's
not zero.
What? Yeah, it's never zero. Everyone gets one. I keep repeating the hydrogen line. For anyone who doesn't know what that is, which was me up until 3 hours ago when I actually was like, hey, I'm going to Google. I don't understand what a hydrogen line is. That is a 21 centimeter line. It is a specific electromagnetic spectral line emitted by the neutral hydrogen atoms when their electrons spin flips relative to the proton. If that makes sense. If you remember chemistry class.
I'm taking chemistry this summer. I'll be able to understand it after that. I promise.
This will make more sense then. I wish you could see my hand movements because I am doing some crazy gestures. So, like, you've got your hydrogen atom and your electron is spinning one way and then your proton is spinning that way. And then when you hit the hydrogen line, it starts spinning the other way.
You know, just picturing you making hand movements as you said that made me understand it a little better.
Perfect. But yes, that frequency is 1420, or I guess 1420.4, and then when they were testing it, two people found it was like 1420.4 and 1420.5, so really close.
And
however,
what is the significance of just hydrogen though? Is it just because it's like a common element?
Yes, it's the most common element in the universe, so they think that if there is, like, intelligent life, hydrogen is needed to, number one, create life that we know of, and number two, like, there's so much of it that they could just be using that to communicate.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah. No, yeah.
We get a little saucy here.
That makes sense.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. And so another theory, this one also makes a little bit of sense. It's called interstellar scintillation or twinkling, which just sounds pretty. It is a distant, steady radio source that could have been temporarily amplified by an intervening plasma, a space plasma, creating a lens effect, like when you hold a magnifying glass to the sun and then it creates a fire beam on some grass, that sort of thing. So the interstellar twinkling, plasma covers it, we're watching from the telescope, it hits us with this sound that was amplified. You comprendo?
Yeah.
Okay. And so the reasoning, that makes sense, and the reasoning is, why haven't we heard it since? It could have just been a one-time burst. It could have been a signal sweeping in frequency, going in and out, and we've just never been able to catch it the same because the Earth rotates and everything in our universe is rotating. Or that the actual source of the interstellar scintillation is rotating itself like a lighthouse.
So it's safe to say the receiving of the WOW signal was an incredibly rare thing to have had happened. And people are going, this can't possibly be a coincidence because it's so damn rare. It must have been alien.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one, honestly, is probably what you said. Oh, sort of what you said. Some people think that perhaps this was an accident and it was more so an Earth source signal that accidentally we picked up. So it could have been a piece of space debris or a satellite that bounced an Earth signal back to the big ear.
See, that's what I'm saying. It sounds, from what I heard of it, it sounded too familiar of a pattern. It was something our minds could accept, you know?
Yeah.
It's maybe man-made.
Or straight up, it was a malfunction in the big ear itself.
Yeah.
It could have been a bug. Maybe the intern was eating a Kit Kat bar and crumpled the wrapper and threw it in the wrong place. I don't know.
Did they have Kit Kats in the 70s?
I don't know. When did Kit Kats... The real question of the day. Kit Kats were first launched in the UK in August of 1935.
Did you know that, or did you just fact check it?
I googled it.
Oh, that was your shot to say, I knew it.
I wish that I could have just knew that knowledge. I knew Coffee Crisps came out in the 20s or 30s.
Dude, I miss Coffee Crisp. Miss
you don't have Coffee Crisp in America?
No, we don't. And I miss
What?
Coffee Crisp.
So I should come visit you and bring you Coffee Crisp.
Yeah. Please.
Oh. Okay. Ooh, right. This one's cool. Okay, so another theory that's like Earth-related for this one is that this could have been a product of Earth-bound sources like the military experimenting on something, or someone doing something very illegal and also experimenting. My bet would be more so on the military than some random civilian, but you know.
I'm inclined to agree.
Don't shoot me out my window for saying that. But what's interesting, and I forgot, what's interesting about this is, you know how I said the signal was on the frequency of 1,420 hertz. Mm-hmm. That is part of a protected spectrum. It is literally illegal to transmit any frequencies on that spectrum band in the world. This frequency range is reserved strictly for astronomical research in which terrestrial transmissions are, like, there. So terrestrial transmissions are forbidden. It's only for astronomical stuff. And in 2010, a study documented several instances where terrestrial sources were interfering from different frequency bands. And, people can literally get arrested for this. So,
well, yeah, you've also just created a challenge for anyone who's, like, smart enough to figure out how to do that.
Right.
Hey, guys, don't push this button, you know?
Oh, I want to push it so bad.
Exactly.
You got me there. I think that's cool, though, I don't think it's cool, that it's literally a crime to transmit at a certain frequency.
I wonder what it's
what
like,
next?
How much punishment are we talking?
I don't know. Let's see. Let's Google.
Because prison's kind of wild, but...
Wait, what, how do I Google this? If I transmit on the...
You said it was a felony?
I said it was a crime. If it's protected spectrum of frequency. Up to 2 years in federal prison.
Jesus. Yeah, see, that's just...
With a maximum of $2 million for fines, seizure of equipment, if it's done so willfully and knowingly. Right.
That just feels excessive.
Yeah, so, one of the theories that was debunked before I go over the final theory and the most likely theory is that in 2017, so people are still looking this stuff up today, Antonio Paris, an assistant professor of astronomy and astrophysics at St. Petersburg College, Florida, proposed that the hydrogen cloud surrounding two comets, 335P Gibbs and 266P Christensen, now known to have been in the same region of the sky, could have been the source of the WOW signal. He thought that... I'll kill myself, sorry. He thought that they were emitting the emitting the frequencies. However, this has since been debunked in the past 8 years. The astronomers, including members of the original Big Ear research team, said that the comets were not near enough to the beam at the correct time of day, and furthermore, comets apparently don't emit strong frequencies, and there's no explanation as to why a comet would be observed in one beam but not in the other beam, because the way the Big Ear works is like you take two beams and they point them in the same area, and it works like an ear where like you got like echolocation in your ear. Do you understand?
You know, I was hanging
like
on
you
by
got
a
two
thread
ears
with the chemistry, but now that we're evolving into physics, oh shit,
like
I'm out.
like you have like two ears, and you can hear something on both sides if you like snap fingers on each side of your ear.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you snap your finger in front of your face, you're hearing it from both sides technically, even though it seems like it's one sound. So the reason they said like this comet thing doesn't make sense is because the frequency was only being tracked by one beam of the ear. I'm doing the hand gestures again too.
Yeah. I don't know. Did the other ear have an ear infection?
I don't know, maybe it was on break. Give it a 15-minute snack break. Give it lunch.
He had an AirPod in. He was listening to Creeps and Coffee.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Creeps and Coffee at hotmail.com. At gmail.com, actually. Whoops. The most realistic situation that we've discovered recently. So in August of 2024, they reintroduced this as like the leading theory from the Planetary Habitability Laboratory. Sorry, I'm drunk. Published a printed report of the observations made in 2020 from an observatory in Puerto Rico, where they concluded that the WOW signal was likely caused by a rare astrophysical event in which stellar emissions energizing a cold hydrogen cloud caused it to suddenly surge in brightness, and a flare from a magnetar, which is a highly magnetized neutron star, could have hit the cold hydrogen cloud, brightening it. That brightness is producing the narrowband signal detected by the Big Ear. Hence, we hear a sound which we've never heard before. Period.
Yeah. A sound theory.
It makes sense. I wish it was aliens, but that makes sense as the most plausible one. However, I do think it's interesting as like the final section of this, to be honest, is that we've never been able to replicate this. Maybe we will now, because they've only just in 2024 said, okay, it was this, probably, so now we should just scour the skies to see if we can find another hydrogen cloud and a star and watch for them to explode, I guess, and see if it does the same thing. But I don't really know if that's... I'm imagining that's not easy to do. But it is interesting that we've never ever been able
money
to...
going into this. Am I paying?
What did you say?
Am I paying for these people to just go have fun at this point?
Yes.
And play with radios?
Like, maybe.
Can't we just
NASA wants to have so much fun.
Can we just explore the ocean? It's right there.
The ocean's scarier than space. Ooh.
You think the ocean is scarier than space?
No, I'm scared of both of them, though.
I mean, the ocean basically
Both
is
terrify
deep
me.
space. Ooh.
They're both so scary and dark, and they both look like they've got aliens in them.
Well, yes.
But yeah, people have spent years since then trying to find a recurrence of the signal or a source similar sounding, Nothing really replicates that. In 87 and 89, they searched. Robert H. Gray used the Oak Ridge Observatory but didn't detect it. In 95, they did a test of signal detection software to be used in an upcoming project called Project Argus, and SETI League Executive Director H. Paul Schuck made several drift scan observations of the WOW signal coordinates with a 12-meter radio telescope at the National Radio Astronomy Observation in Green Bank, West Virginia, also getting nothing. I also need to find out what SETI stands for, because I've seen that a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
Stands for, the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, right. Of course. And in 95 and 96, Gray again searched using the Very Large Array, which is apparently a more sensitive telescope than the Big Ear. Gray and someone named Simon Ellingson later searched for reoccurrences in 99 using the University of Tasmania's Mount Pleasant Radio Observatory, and 6 14-hour observations were made at positions in the vicinity, but again, nothing was detected. And that's it.
That's it, eh?
Whole lot of nothing. So many questions. Thoughts, feelings, emotions, theories.
Hold on, I'm researching something.
Yeah?
I have a final thought. What the fuck does Neil deGrasse Tyson have to say about it?
What a fantastic question. Find out. What does he have to say about it?
What's he gotta say about this?
Because I believe most of what that man says.
Yeah, me too.
If
I
not
have no
everything.
reason to distrust him.
Same with Bill Nye. What does Bill Nye think of this?
Literally.
Whoa, Bird, what do you think of this? Really? Tell me more. Right. Did you put the signal out in 77? Yeah. Right, Bird?
Apparently he's done videos and interviews about it. I will be watching those, because I want to know what this man gotta say.
Oh my god, yeah, send them to me. I'll put it in the description.
But my
if
hot
it's
take
important.
is
My god.
that is not so hot as it seems, is that I don't think it was aliens. I think it was space garbage.
Yeah. Do you think it was alien space
Yeah.
garbage or our space garbage?
Oh, for sure ours. We put a lot of garbage in space.
Poop. You right.
And it's just
I
in
think it was
our
probably the
atmosphere.
hydrogen cloud.
If an alien came to our atmosphere to drop off their, gas station coffee cups, we would have saw that.
The government did see it and just didn't tell us.
That's true. They just said, wow.
Right. Wow.
Wow. Put Owen Wilson saying wow
What a-
in here somewhere.
Wow. Input now.
Wow.
Ka-chow. Well, I think we've run the course, we've lost the plot. Is there anything else you want to talk about or say while I have you, or should I do our outro?
This shit just makes me appreciate women in STEM even more. I wish I knew chemistry.
Slay women, keep space exploring, girly pop.
I need a beautiful woman to explain chemistry to me, and then maybe one day I'll understand it.
Fair enough. But yeah, do you want to shout yourself out on anything? Do you want to have any closing remarks?
Well,
I know you're busy right now.
yeah, no, I'm just in school doing that again.
Yeah.
It's been fun. So far, so good. Doing that healthcare route, as people do.
Yeah, has there been anything traumatizing you've seen?
Like, yeah. Like,
oh,
yeah.
God.
But, like, no. But, like, yeah. But also, I will. It's not a question of if, but when. But
When is it gonna happen?
I will say this, it is the most rewarding work and things that I've studied ever, and it makes my soul feel good. My outgoing remark, as someone who is becoming an ENT and has now got a few ride-alongs under her belt, wear your damn helmets. Wear a helmet. Just wear a helmet.
Yeah.
Wear one. You don't look stupid. You look really cool.
You
Wear
look
a helmet.
alive. Wear a helmet.
Yeah, wear a helmet. Just for fun. Wear one on your couch. Get used to wearing helmets. And
Right.
wear a helmet anytime you're going fast on something. I think a lot of people think like, oh, helmets are just for when I ride my bike. No. It's on the skateboard, it's on your roller skates, it's on the bike, it's on your motorbike, and it's on your ATV, it's on your four-wheeler, it's on your snowmobile. Wear your fucking helmet.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all I got.
Preach, Lucy, preach.
Precious cargo up there.
It's true.
It's true.
And, make sure to email us if you'd like at creepsandcoffee@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram, Creeps and Coffee. Follow us on X, Creeps and Coffee. And follow us on TikTok, Creeps and Coffee. And subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/creepsandcoffee. And wear a helmet, I guess.
Yeah, man. Use that big brain to think about the wow signal.
And goodbye.
Creeps and Coffee is produced and edited by us, Kate and Jane.
Our theme music is Stuck in a Hole by Dated.
For more information on where to find them, check out the link in our show notes. And to connect with us, follow us on Instagram and Twitter @Creeps and Coffee.